A common denominator to success is a positive attitude. And in the face of adversity, sometimes you have to be really, really, really positive. Like ridiculously positive. Like take a serious leap of faith into cold, shallow water, hoping to stay warm. What does this have to do with cosplay? Not much, but it has everything to do with this happy, positive ball of inspiration in front of you, dressed as a murderous ninja. Everybody, meet Yeliz Akyildiz. Yeliz is a cosplayer from Australia. She is most known for her gender-bending cosplay, especially that of Kotal Khan, a character from the fighting game Mortal Kombat X. The characters she chooses to cosplay as reflects her love for video games. She says she needs to feel a connection with the character and the game they're from in order for the cosplay to work. The beauty and quality of the game she chooses the character from, she tries to match that beauty and quality in her cosplay. Yeliz has a very bubbly personality, wears a constant smile, and is in love with people, socializing whenever she has the opportunity. When she takes on a cosplay, however, she attempts to take on the personality of the character. This mindset is obvious in her photo shoots. While she is portraying visceral, often violent male characters as a female, you still feel the character's personality and attitude come across. Yeliz, being an attractive young woman, can easily take the route that many female cosplayers take when gender bending a male character, which is to sexualize them using their feminine charm. Instead, Yeliz takes the challenge of bringing the essence of these traditionally male characters to her cosplay. She is successful to the point where we, the viewer, no longer associate the character to its sex, rather the sheer rawness of what makes the character so intriguing. Yeliz is very open to her followers. She regularly goes live on Instagram, conversing openly with them. She's hardcore into gaming and has a huge passion for it. She used to go by the name Yeliz Cosplay on social media, but changed her name to just Yeliz to better include her even larger love for video games. Yeliz was born on August 13, 1992. She lives in Melbourne, one of the largest cities in Australia. Up until recently, she worked full-time at EB Games. Before starting to cosplay herself, Yeliz would frequent cons local to her in Australia. She would always notice the cosplayers, thinking what they did was a bit weird, but still admired the costumes. One day, at one of the cons, she would notice someone dressed in an Assassin's Creed costume. She was entranced by the design of the costume and became transfixed. She started to imagine how she would have done the costume differently. She decided to take what she was imagining and manifest it into her first cosplay. In 2013, Yeliz created her first cosplay as the character Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. From this point, she took up the hobby of cosplaying and began to call herself Yeliz Cosplay on social media. After this, she would cosplay as Noob Saibot, then Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. A photo of her cosplay as Scorpion would end up in the game Mortal Kombat X as an unlockable piece of fan art. In 2015, Yeliz would take on the role of Kotal Khan. This particular cosplay of hers was so impressive, she was featured in an article on the IGN website. Ed Boon, creator of Mortal Kombat, also reposted her pics as Kotal Khan. This attention would catapult her into the spotlight as a cosplayer. Yeliz suffers from a debilitating knee condition from twisting both her knees several times while playing sports as a child. After years of ignoring the injuries, the condition of her knees would worsen to the point of an emergency. She had surgery on her left knee in 2016 and will need surgery on her right eventually. Her left knee is not healing correctly after a year and is a current concern of hers. Her first knee surgery came at an ill time, when her claim to fame as a cosplayer was just starting to take off and her number of followers online was just beginning to rise. Her need to recover from the surgery would take away from the momentum she was building as a notable cosplayer. Even still, within the face of this setback, she remained positive and stayed active. She attended the 2016 PAX Australia that year as a panel judge for a cosplay contest. She still posted regularly to her beloved followers, keeping them updated on her condition, and her going-ons as a gamer and a cosplayer. At the end of 2016, she would reveal her cosplay as Artorias from Dark Souls. This highly detailed and beautiful cosplay would gain Yeliz even more recognition, including from the game's developer, reposting her photos as the character. Yeliz struggles with her body image, being that she cannot exercise as she wants to due to her knee problems. She expresses a desire to return to the physique she had a few years ago, what she refers to as the best she ever looked. In contrast to how she feels, she often receives comments from her followers on her beauty and great physical form. Her followers often ask her, how does she stay in such great shape? Yeliz admits that she does not actually exercise regularly because of her knees, and what she does to stay in shape is to stay active with hiking, one of her favorite hobbies, and by eating less than what she used to. As a motivation to her followers, whom she loves as personal friends, she released a photo of herself from when she was overweight. She said this photo was embarrassing for her and she hasn't shown it to anyone, not even her closest friends, but would show it to her followers to motivate them to make changes in their lives. If she did it, they can too. 2017 would prove to be a banner year for Yeliz. It would start off rough, with her left knee still in recovery, a right knee operation looming, and she was still working full-time at EB Games, which took her away from her cosplaying and gaming passions. During this year, Yeliz would be invited to Kuwait's ConFestCon, a comic book convention held in the country every year. This would be a very exciting trip for her and a huge step in her cosplaying career. Afterwards, she would return to Australia, continuing to struggle to find balance between her full-time job, cosplaying, gaming, and reaching her body image goals. As 2017 would go on, Yeliz would be invited to Kuwait again, this time for several business opportunities. Making the hard decision to leave her long-standing job at EB Games, Yeliz takes off to Kuwait and lives there for several months. There, she would chase her dreams as a cosplayer and, more importantly, as a gamer full-time. In Kuwait, she completes cosplays for Bayek from Assassin's Creed Origins and Aquaman from the Justice League film, and does photo shoots for both. She also hosts the Kuwait National Overwatch Tournament, or KNOT, a large tournament for the video game Overwatch. While in Kuwait, she continues to stay in constant contact with her followers via social media platforms and her YouTube series, Ask Yeliz. From here, she would take a 20-day trip to Japan with a couple of friends. Here she would experience great happiness and relaxation, taking in this dream trip of hers. She would experiment with vlogging during her trip, recording and posting her experiences in Japan on her YouTube channel. Yeliz would end up having another procedure on her knee. She would share this fact with her followers on Instagram, going into depth about how she came to have this knee issue. Currently, she is back in Kuwait yet again for a short time to wrap up some business handlings and pack up her projects and gifts from followers and the like. Since she loves being in Kuwait, she's taken advantage of the opportunity to enjoy herself, visit with friends, and also to continue her vlogging. Yeliz continues to work on cosplays, recently showing progress on her cosplay of the character Guts from the manga Berserk. She's also hinting at completing a Yoshimitsu cosplay and as of yet named Star Wars character. She continues to grow her YouTube channel, now experimenting with vlogs on her travels and continuing with her Ask Yeliz show. Yeliz plans to continue to travel, to focus on a career in gaming and cosplay, and stay focused on a good and positive life. Yeliz's positivity is contagious, and her skills as an artist are uniquely genuine in the cosplay field. She is a lovely person, easy to fall in love with. And despite her challenges, she has rose above, remains successful, and stays in love with life.